guys, it's Amy. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another tag video. I got tagged by the lovely Andre. Thank you so much, hun, for tagging me. And the tag name is called Luxury Brand Story Tag. And there is 8 questions. Basically, you pick a brand that you want to answer those 8 questions with. I didn't know which one to pick because of course, I've been a Louis Vuitton lover for a long time, but I also love all other brands. And yes, I am loyal to LV, but I also really like a lot of different bags, not necessarily because of the brands. And so I've decided to pick 2 brands, and I'm gonna just basically answer each question with the 2 brands in mind, and they are LV and Chanel. And the reason why I picked those 2 is because I have the most bags from these 2 fashion houses. So I'm just gonna focus on those 2. So I'm changing it a little bit, but not really. I'm just answering the question with more parameters if you want. And so the first question is, what is your first wish list bag of that brand? I didn't really have a wish list for either brands. It's hard to say because I've always loved fashion. I've always loved dressing up. I've always been girly, and I've always loved bags and shoes and clothes, but it was not in the luxury. It was not in the luxury world. It was, you know, street fashion, and of course those are inspired by the luxury world. So I guess if I have to answer this question the best I can, I would say that for both brands, I guess the urge to get something from either brand just kind of built up over time just by noticing other people wearing bags from those brands. And I knew I wanted a bag from both brands. I never even thought about buying small things. That's just my mentality. It's like go big or go home. And so if you haven't heard from my previous videos yet, for LV, I bought the Almond PM in the Epi leather, and the color is in the Cassis, which is a beautiful purple, shade of purple, and I still have that bag. So that was my very first bag that I bought, but it wasn't part of my wish list per se. I guess my wish list was non-existent, but I did see friends that bought the Alma, and so that was kind of always at the back of my mind. So I guess that was my wish list, or at least that was part of my wish list. And then for Chanel, it was just I mean, I saw people wear Chanel flops, and so I guess the Chanel flap was my wish list, but it wasn't, I didn't have a specific one. I didn't know which one to choose. I didn't know what to size. I didn't know anything. I blindly bought stuff from both fashion houses at the time as part of my first bags. Question number 2, what were your actual first purchases for that brands? And so I already answered for LV, it was the Alma. And for Chanel, I didn't even know that the classic flat was more popular, but I ended up buying the Chanel reissue 2.55, and it was at the time in the limited edition caviar, black caviar with ruthenium hardware. And so I bought it in 2010, and for my Alma, I bought it in 2008. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, you would know that I no longer have the reissue. In fact, I've never really had it. Never had the chance to show it on my channel, and that is because of my lack of knowledge, and didn't know that oh, by the way, I did get the medium size, or they call it medium or large size, and so it was quite tiny. I basically put my full-size wallet in it, and then there was no space for anything else. So I had that bag, I think I got it like in February, and I sold it like in October, which was sad because I only had the bag. It was basically brand new. I used it maybe like twice, once at a wedding. And I was kind of scared to use it. Like, that's the thing. Because I didn't know all the information that I know now, and all the information that's available now on social media and on the internet and on YouTube. So yeah, blindly buying a bag that is that expensive, although it was much cheaper at the time, half the price I would say. It is really bad. You end up either selling it and making a loss, or you ended up you know, getting something so expensive that you can't make quite good use of. In hindsight, of course, I wish that I didn't sell it, because that bag would be so expensive now, and I actually have a use for it now, because now I know how to downsize, and also now I need an evening bag. I wish I have it now, although I would still want it in gold hardware. Question number 3. What is so special about this brand, or these brands for me? I don't know. For LV, I mean, for either house, they have their history, so I'm not gonna go there. They both have good history. Amazing. Just Wikipedia it and read about it. For me, LV has always been, I don't know, when I see it, I don't think of it as like, oh, there's so much knockoffs or whatever. I see it more as it's so iconic, and it's so, it just looks so classic. And I'm referring to the monogram, although in the past I preferred the damier band, because it screamed less logo mania, and now I'm all for logo mania. So that, and also I really love their canvas bags, simply because their canvas, I don't know, they have one of the best canvas products out there. They are, you know, they're not indestructible, but they're pretty close to it. All of the canvas bags that I have, I've never had issues with it. They're so hard wearing, they're waterproof, and they're lightweight, and they're just, I don't know, it's just so amazing. I mean, yes, leather is always going to be leather, and it's always going to be regarded as being more luxe, but LV is able to make canvas feel luxe. In fact, they're probably I like the Gucci Supreme canvas now, but in the past I didn't. So like, them are among the top, in my opinion, the top house that can make such good quality and such coveted canvas products. Other than that, they also have great customer service. I feel like most of the people around the globe would agree to that. Yes, you get, you know, subpar services sometimes, but most of the time they will take care of you somehow, or one way or another. If you go back and you're persistent enough, they will somehow, you know, listen and take care of you. And so yes, I've had my share of drama, I guess, but at the end of the day, I still feel happy going back to LV and shop there, if that makes sense. So that's how I feel about that brand, and that's what's special about them, I feel. With Chanel, I feel that, again, their bags are also very timeless. Like, look at any classic flap, look at any of the flap bags that they have. They just scream timeless, iconic. And what's so amazing about their classic flaps, especially, or mini flaps, whether it's a jumbo or medium, large, or reissue, they go with absolutely everything. I mean everything. They go with sneakers and jeans and sweatshirt. They go with, I don't know, I think if you wear sweatpants, you would probably be able to pull it. I mean, I'm not gonna wear that and my sweatpants going to the gym ever, but I think it would be totally fine if you did. It kind of works. Of course, it looks super dressy when you dress up, and that's a given. So I just feel like their brand, their bags, their classic flaps are so versatile. So that's what I wanted to say. And what else is special about them? Their caviar leather is superb. The quilting is a very, you know, scream Chanel, very iconic. And yeah, when I think about quilted bags, I think about Chanel. And when I think of turn locks, I think of them, even though I'm pretty sure like Coach has their own turn locks and LV has their turn locks now. But when I think of turn lock, I like their turn lock more, if that makes sense. Anyway, it's just my general feeling. But yeah, so there's definitely the the feeling that no matter which classic flap you get from Chanel, it's always going to be timeless, classic, and will absolutely go with anything you decide to wear. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I absolutely love their packaging, the camellia, the ribbon, the black box or white box. I just love black and white. Number 4, what is your favorite purchase from the house? So LV, I don't know. I have so many favorites, and that is because I only keep bags that I love reaching for, and the ones that I don't, they end up leaving my collection. So they're all my favorites. But if I have to pick one, it's hard. I don't know. I would pick the Twice and the Neverfull. I'll cheat a bit. I think those two are my favorite. And I also love the Pochette Métis. If it didn't have those issues, I would love it even more. So yeah, I picked those 3. And for Chanel, my Chanel accessories are my favorite. I absolutely love all the earrings and all the brooches that I have, and I want to get more. And speaking of earrings, I think, I mean, I've always loved them, but I think one of the person that definitely motivated me to go ahead and buy my first one is Mel in Melbourne. Hi babe, if you're watching. She has such a wonderful collection, and yeah, after watching her video like a million times, I knew I had to go get my first pair, and there was no going back. And if we're not talking about accessories, if we're talking about bags, I absolutely love my Pre-Love Jumbo single flap classic flap bag. Number 5, what is my latest purchase? And for LV, let me think about it. Oh my gosh, I forgot. My latest purchases from LV were not for myself. That's why I cannot think about it. It's I bought a pocket organizer in the Eclipse line, so in the men's line, for my husband. So that was my latest purchase. And I also bought a repair black luggage tag for my friend Amy Jo. Hey babe. It was for her shower. So yeah, those were my latest purchases. But I guess bag wise, my latest purchase would have been this little guy right here, which I did a full review on recently. For Chanel, my latest purchase, actual latest purchase, was actually this brooch. This is the mini silver brooch with crystal embellishments. I love this brooch. And bag wise, this was my latest purchase. This is the Cruise 2016 Square Mini in the caviar, shiny caviar, and light gold hardware. Question number 6, will you stay loyal in 5 years for these brands? So yes and yes. Like I said, I think I speak for most people when I say that these two brands are, no matter how many years go by, whether there are ups and downs, these two brands people will love forever, and that's how I feel about them. I will always love LV, and I will always want to buy more Chanel. So yes, I would definitely be loyal to these two brands. Number 7, what is a starter piece that I would recommend for the brand? So I wish I knew that before I went crazy and bought those bags that I don't actually end up having and using. But I would definitely recommend buying something small to try, unless you have my mentality like before, just go big or go home. So okay, let's go for something small first. So for Chanel, I definitely recommend buying something like their accessories is just out of this world. I love their brooches, and I love their earrings. They simply go with everything. And yes, I have quite a few now, but I have a smaller collection, but I feel like every time I need to put together any outfit, I can still pick and choose from the stuff that I have, and I basically can cover most outfits that I have. And they just make an outfit. They really elevate them. So I would recommend that. And they're in the price range of $400, $500, $600, maybe $700 if you choose a nice big brooch with embellishments. But if you're not into jewelry, I would say go with a card case. I think the flat card case is wonderful. Or you can go with the flat one. But I've come to realize that I am a flat card case person. And yeah, that's what I would go for. Or even like an O-zip case. Those are wonderful starter pieces from Chanel. LV wise, I highly recommend the 6 key holder. It's my ultimate favorite piece. I would always have a 6 key holder from the fashion house. And if you don't have keys, which would probably not happen, but if you don't want the key holder, I would suggest their mini pochette. That would be what I would suggest. But if you want a bag, go for the staples. Go for the Speedy or the Neverfull. I think you can't go wrong with those. Number 8 and last question, what am I buying next from the brands? It's hard to say because I have a wish list. I don't always follow it. I'm hoping that for LV that I can buy the Speedy B again. It's kind of weird because I just sold it. Let me explain. It's because I still really love the style, and like I said, Speedies are always going to be iconic. But I don't want to just buy it because it's iconic, but it is still a really useful bag to have and to travel with, if that makes sense. The only reason why I sold mine is because, well, not only reason, but you guys are probably sick and tired of hearing it, but I just want to make sure that I will rebuy it, but not in damier band, because damier band strap hurts me. So no more damier band strap for me, and so that's reason number 1. Number 2 is because the zip opening, I mean, that's more minor if it wasn't because of the strap. So I think I will be willing to try it again, but in monogram and vachetta. So that's probably what I'm gonna get from them. I don't know for sure. I'll see how I feel about it. For Chanel, I want to get everything from Chanel. I'll probably just go for, you know, more accessories. I still want a small O case. I don't have one yet. I still want one. And I'll always go back and browse their earrings and brooches. I mean, I even like their necklaces. I like the choker style ones. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be getting more of from these brands. But like I said, the wish lists always change. If you guys haven't seen my wish list video yet, I made one for 2017. I will make sure to link it down below so you guys can check it out. And so yeah, those were my question. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will actually tag quite a few people. I know the ones that have been tagged, so I'm not gonna re-tag them because I know Andrew tagged a bunch of you. So I wrote down Laura from Have Louis Will Travel, 2 Catherines. One is Catherine is a cat and Cat L. And I would like to tag Nastasia because I love her, and Jerusha, I don't think she has been tagged. I would like to tag Pei from Diary of Bagaholics. I would like to tag Shay because she tagged me in the other video and I want to hear what she says about it. And I want to tag Lala LV, Hey June, Christina Brawley, Sarah Dong, and finally I want to tag Tiffany from BT channel because I know she just came back to making more videos. So I would love to hear what you guys say about this lovely tag. And yeah, I think that's it. If I forgot anybody, I'll just put it somewhere on the screen. If you guys have not seen my spring summer dress haul video, you guys should check it out because I featured this in there and I spent so much time making that video, but you guys love my first one, so I will keep doing those. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome, and I hope that you stick around by subscribing to my channel so you won't miss out on my future videos. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Amy and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye!